Hello, welcome to Hit the Bricks. Today we are in a little talked about corner of the city. In the back, down on the ground. Why? Well, it's not where I thought we'd be. I thought we'd be talking about the harbor again. The harbor and the freight yard that I keep talking about, that I show little videos of, little clips, little reels, all that good stuff, because I'm pretty excited about it. I was waiting on parts, some came in, and then I had a thought. Yep, I had a thought. And I thought, what about the subway? Haven't been talking about the subway, haven't even been thinking about the subway. Thought I'd get to it later. However, the subway is on the same level as the bottom of the ocean. So it tends to reason if I do too much on the harbor and the ocean, it's gonna be too attached to this piece of wood, and I'm not gonna be able to lift that up very easily when I need to access down below to work on the subway. So let's review, shall we? It's been a while. So the original thought for this area here was just a small area right here, maybe a foot, 2 feet, for the kind of appearance of a subway. You'd be able to look in there and see what's going on. People getting on, they're gonna go all the way around and go to the other dock. And a small subway station there. That's all I was thinking. Up here is the freight line. So underneath the main city, we have some freight trains and such. It was gonna just stop right here where the paint is, and this is gonna be more of the water. And then, let's see if we can see this. Over here was going to be like a construction area, probably some dirt built up, some rocks and such, so we could have some construction equipment. Because who doesn't like Lego construction equipment? Gotta have some of that. So I thought that would be a good spot for that. Over here was going to be just 2 freight train tracks with an engine shed and such, and then right here was just gonna be some rocks and some vegetation. So this area was just gonna be just a few little scatterings of a scene here and a scene there, but nothing too major, until I started to do some research on subways. Now, I've only been on one subway in my life. I don't live in a big metropolitan area. It's not something that I can really access. Doing a little research on subways, there's some pretty cool subways out there. So I looked around a whole bunch of them, but what I focused in on was the New York subway system, just because there was a lot of pictures of it that I found easily. And there were some pictures of this that kind of captured my imagination, and I said, okay, taking a look at this area here, could you not do something similar to that with multiple levels? So subway here, a subway here, access from up on top of the city by stairs, more stairs, and possibly even another spur line here for the subway. Maybe even making a station where there's all sorts of activity going on in here, or not. Not exactly 100% sure on that. If you got some ideas, leave a comment down below, but I'm thinking either this is just all subway here, both levels, and this is still kind of closed off, could still be that construction zone, could just be something totally else, possibly having more subway here, or this could still be the original design. But what I do know, well, I know a few things. First thing is, I gotta get going on the subway before I get too carried away on harbor. The other thing is, I definitely want it to be more expansive and more detailed and just larger in scale than I originally thought. So I think the best thing to do is just to use some of these bricks that I have and build up this area here. Probably won't touch the rest of it here, but right in this area, which I know is going to be 2 levels of subway now, I'm gonna build this up. We do this together. Sometimes I forget to share everything that I'm doing. Sometimes we just kind of mock up stuff and then there it is, right? But I know it's interesting to see the process. I always like watching other people actually build, whether it's a perfect design at the end or they make some mistakes or you learn as you go. it's just kind of neat to see the process. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put down some of the plates where the track's gonna go, put down the track, and then just build up some of the walls and such so we can get an idea of what this is gonna look like, see if it's kind of feasible to do, if it looks like it's gonna be fun and it's gonna be a nice addition, or if I need to go back to the drawing board and try something different. So let's start building. Okay, so this is what we've got for the video today. I think it gives a good conceptual view of what I'm going for here. It's obviously not going to be the final product. I can do a little bit more with the stairs and the brickwork in general, but it does give a good idea. It helps me visualize, like I said, the concept of this, and I really do like it. I'm gonna go with this. For sure, this subway area here. I'm not sure if I'm gonna wrap it around the whole kind of a U shape that I showed earlier in the video or not. We're going to see how it goes. I definitely want to get the bottom level solidified so I can get that in place so I can make sure that I have free reign to work on the underwater scenes and such for the dock without having to worry about lifting up that board. I can see, you know, once now that the bricks are on there and such, that I definitely want to bring down the ceiling of the bottom level a little bit more, because that really, it's either gonna have to be curved, like a curved ceiling, or drop down just a flat ceiling to give it more of that subway type feel. I think right now it is just a little bit, it's a little bit too high. I think that it just doesn't have that kind of almost claustrophobic type feel of a subway. Up on top, maybe that one's okay, because that could be almost more like an elevated train rather than an actual subway. We'll see how that goes. But I think having those stairs, maybe some elevators or some sort, might be kind of neat to go from floor to floor, so I do like that. This little section down below, I don't know, I like having that extra floor. I'm not sure what that could be. Maybe like some kind of control room or mechanical room, maybe. We'll see. It was fun to put the minifigures out there. They're excited to get on the subway to nowhere, apparently. But it's always fun to have some minifigures out and see what it would look like with a little bit of life. So I appreciate you watching. If you haven't and you like this type of content and you want to see where the city goes, go ahead and hit the subscribe and bell notification. Otherwise, I really appreciate you watching this video, and we will see you next time.